I got the nigga.
You don't. You're taking an L.
Because question, you just had this whole long-ass soliloquy conversation about how if you have this how this conversation started. If you have a daughter, is the first thing money, is provide, and that the first thing you want from a man? No. So,
But you're a man.
Yeah, but you, as a man, would teach your daughter that outside of money, the man you meet, I cook the nigga. Fuck this nigga.
He does not. I can just see
cooking
the
his
point he's
ass up.
making.
You
And look,
should-
he's
okay,
looking
let
at
me
me because he
finish it.
think, but I have a response
Okay,
to
let me
you.
finish the question.
I have a
Yeah.
response to you. Yo, it's the MalloryBrosPodcast, episode 165. Happy Friday, happy weekend. Hopefully we are in focus. We battle this every week.
Hold on, wait. That sounds like shade.
It does?
It does. It sounds like you said that because I never have or something like that.
Oh, no, I'm not throwing shade at you. I'm just saying, low-key, me and Terrell always look back at this and be like, damn, we look like we to the left. We to the... Y'all go back and look.
Remember when Monique was like, so check that.
And even here, Terrell, from here, it's looking like you out
Terrence,
a little
no,
bit.
we straight.
Maybe
we
you
straight.
need to come this way.
We straight. We straight.
Yeah.
Little straightening.
All right, bet. But yeah, look, happy Friday. Headed into the weekend. Hey, look, we haven't talked about sports on the podcast. I know some of y'all have been like, damn, no NFL talk, no nothing in this preseason. We definitely going to talk sports a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. So only say that to say, heading into the weekend is always fun because Thursday night football. We back to Sunday football. Saturday games.
Who playing
Monday
tonight?
night. I absolutely fucking love it, young. I love it.
I'm so hyped that the football season is back. Damn, I shouldn't have ate that salad. I'm about to be burping that damn salad up. But I'm so hyped that the football season is back. I haven't really said much. Y'all know y'all see me on the TL. The game tonight, is tonight the 24th? Okay, yeah. So we got the Steelers Falcons tonight. Oh, bad. When do we play?
Oh my God. Bijan Robinson looked sweet in his first drive, and then they took him out. I took him out.
And you know what, bro? This is going to be my first football season living with my girl, right? Ooh. She is not happy that the football season is back. She already talking shit.
Girls don't realize that, like, yeah, this game went off, but then there's another one coming on.
And then another one after that.
And then we got to still watch the one for the night, so you got to put wings on. Like, for real. And then tomorrow night, we play.
Think about it. Yes. Sunday at 1, I'm going to watch that game. And then it's in the game that come on at 4, I'm going to watch. And then, of course, we got to watch Sunday night.
Of course, we watching Sunday night football.
The next day, you think you in the clear, but we play tonight. We playing at 8:30, and I'm going to watch the countdown.
And then, look, we right back at it on Thursday night.
Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous. Fellas, that's definitely a little, that's something that I feel like that will tank some relationships right there.
Mm-hmm. But that's my battle. So what I'm doing, we watching other shit. We got other shit we watch.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so I'll set an expectation early. You know, football season coming back. We can start this, but I can't promise every Sunday. When does it come on?
Nah, I feel you. I got to prioritize my team, and that's it. I honestly, if I might want to watch that Falcons so-and-so game, or like I might want to watch that Chiefs-Bills game, but like, that's why I said it could take your relationship, because fellas, your girl don't give a fuck about the fact that the Bills playing the Chiefs is one of the biggest games of the week. They don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck about
They
that.
wanted to go to Target, and Marshall's like, you agreed to on Tuesday when you was, you know?
Uh-huh.
Your girl would be taking her time, and you be sitting there like,
yeah.
She act like she don't know the fucking game about to come on. And look, she
She
don't give a fuck.
And you know what your girl do? Your girl make some plans and be like, hey, Sunday they said they were going to come over, or they wanted us to come to such and such. And you'll, in the moment, you'll be like, all right, yeah, whatever. Yeah, cool, whatever.
Fuck it, I'll do it.
Then you be on your TV and it says, Pat Mahomes goes on to face his toughest opponent yet when he faces the Raiders on. And you be like, damn, I can't wait to watch that. When time it come on? Then you be like, damn, fuck.
Or you'll be hit with it on Saturday. You know you're getting fucked. You
Yeah.
see the trailer for the game Saturday, and then your girl say, oh yeah, that'll be cool. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow after we drop the. Huh? Hold on, wait, what we doing tomorrow?
And then they hit you with the you said. Motherfucker. And Terrance, y'all hear Terrance talking about how, oh yeah, this season I don't really care. I'm just proud of my team and whatever. He isn't a paid fantasy league like I am.
Oh, yeah. I'm doing fantasy this year. And me and Terrell in the same
We're in the same league. So guess what?
I'm whooping his ass this year.
And you're going to be dialed into the
I
most
told
random
you.
games.
Oh, damn.
Jaguars, Saints. Fuck it. I got it. Travis Etienne. Let's go.
The fuck they ain't passing the NTN all game?
Bro, honestly, if I had to keep it 100, the most stressful year of watching football for me was last year.
Yeah.
Because of fantasy. Not only was my Broncos had the worst offense in NFL history, the worst fucking offense ever, but losing fantasy games was like, yo, like I'm
gonna tell you this too. Terrell, what you're not even thinking about, and this is crazy. If you got this set up, you're definitely gonna go crazy during the football season. If you got the fantasy and you're betting, so you looking at parlays and your fantasy, you are not a cool nigga on Sunday. You're not.
Yeah.
You're definitely on your. You should be sitting at home in front of 4 TVs on Sundays.
Mm-hmm. My boy Jacob, who getting ready to get married, shout out to him. In 2014, he used to work for me. I used to write Jacob's ass up because he would always be on his phone. And I'm like, bro, you cannot be out here on the phone like that. You think about 2014 was a little bit different than now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Back then it's like, yo, you're on your phone all this time. We wasn't as lenient as I guess some of them they probably are now. But he was always doing that fantasy shit. Jacob was he had to be in like 6 leagues.
You think he was betting too? That's the crazy
Well,
part.
back then I don't think we could bet from the phone as easy. You know what I'm saying? This was before DraftKings and all of that. So
nigga look like a fucking.
I'm excited though. How was your weekend? How was the weekend?
My weekend was sweet. I was chilling with my girl this weekend. My girl's in town. That's always great. But it was chill. It was my sister's baby bridal shower. So I want to give a shout out to her. Shout out to my sis and my bro. They getting ready to have a dope ass wedding. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
The bridal shower was actually for girls, but me and Terrell was the only fellas there.
I know that was in Terrance, I tell you, I was fighting in the beginning. I'm thinking I'm dropping my girl off and we getting ready to come right back. Look, come here, play some Madden. I had my controller.
Yeah, see, this nigga Terrell's comfy. I got 2 controllers.
Okay, you big balling. I ain't got I got two too.
I got 2 controllers. You know the niggas balling when you go in, he got the red or the army.
I got the red.
Both of these.
I got the red. Which ones you got? You had the regular white?
The regular.
You know what? I like that though. It's clean.
Also thought about if I were to sell it, it's like, 2 controllers.
2 controllers, both the same color. You know what? I think that's maturity.
Maturity, yeah. Not
when PlayStation put out that blue and purple joint, it's like, why the fuck would I buy this?
Now, I did put stickers on my P5. Like, I got stickers and shit over there.
Oh.
And it's more of a personalized joint. Like, Wizards. Like a Wizard sticker on it.
But the whole purpose of you getting a white controller was if I sell it, I don't want it to be.
The controllers. The P5 is mine. If I get, this is what I was going to tell y'all.
Confusing everybody on Poshmark.
If I get the red joint, or if I do decide to get that ultimate joint, because I was thinking that ultimate joint.
Yes.
If I get that one, and I got one sitting, it's like, oh, this is just a white controller. I feel like I can sell a white controller easier than the red. I don't know why.
No, yes.
Anyway, what was I saying?
Your weekend.
Okay, yeah. I didn't get
the bridal shower. My bad. The bridal shower.
Oh, yeah. Terrell thought he was going to leave, but I had my girl with me. It was my girl first time meeting some of my fam, so I just didn't want her to, be there dolo. I ain't had no problem. We were shooting videos, shooting some pictures for my sis. It was a good event.
No, that was fun.
Terrell thought we was going to leave and play games.
I thought we was going to be men. When the last time you seen some men at a bridal shower?
If you had a daughter, you would go to your daughter's bridal shower.
Hell no, I wouldn't. My wife would go.
Bridal shower?
Let me know how it goes. Yes, because it's a bridal shower for brides. Send me the bill.
Fellas, I think if it's your sister, you should go to the bridal shower. I also think with some player shit, this is just me, if your lady has a bridal shower, you need to be popping in.
Nah, yeah.
You got to show up with the flowers. I just wanted to stop by. I was thinking about if I had a bridal shower, I would definitely do that. Like, you can 100% expect me to pop in for 4 minutes, drop flowers in her lap, give her the kiss on the cheek in front of her whole bridal party, all the girls, and then you just dip. Oh, I got some shit that I got to handle, things that I need to
handle business. You seen a nigga that came to the ladies' job and dropped lunch to her?
Yes.
And then look, she was looking at that nigga drive away.
He didn't say shit to her.
He
didn't say nothing to her.
Nothing to her. That is some player shit though.
Yeah.
You have all the joints in the all of her friends and family.
Everybody know why we doing this.
Mm-hmm. I see why she's marrying that man.
Right. And look, this is another thing. We went to the Dave & Buster's, right? Just because I was like, you know what? Last time I came to Dave & Buster's, I got an Incredible Hulk.
I love
Real
B&B.
ones know what an Incredible Hulk is. You probably not getting it now. You probably experienced it, and
You talking about Hypnotic and
the Incredible Hulk. You know what that is. The last time I went there, we was hitting them joints. So I said, you know what? Let's go to the Dave & Buster's because they got good drinks. And my girl like bowling, even though we didn't bowl.
Y'all went to the one out Springfield?
Terrell, we went to a Dave & Buster's.
The one out Springfield don't have a bowling alley.
Terrell,
The one out.
don't worry about which one we went to. We went to an executive one. I don't like to say the joints that I went to because I want to go back.
So what? Who's gonna? You don't have ops.
I don't have ops, but also, you know.
Okay. So you went to an executive Dave & Buster's.
Went to an executive Dave & Buster's. This bitch ass nigga's trying to get me to give y'all location. I don't do that. Y'all would notice I'm different than Terrell. But I was gonna say, every time I go somewhere like that, it just feels like it's just a bunch of shit. Like sick. I feel like it's a bunch of just kids, germs touching everything.
What day y'all go?
We went on a Monday. It was super chill. It was the chillest.
And y'all went off the late or early?
We went off the late because I watched the game there.
Oh yeah, it shouldn't have been that many kids there. But you know what? You
It's
ain't
always
gonna
gonna
be able to dodge
kids.
all of them.
It's my birthday. Yeah. I just looked like the toys and shit. When we was young, I didn't give a fuck. I'm like, yo, let's just play this, play that. It was certain joints that I'm like, nah, I'm not about to sit on that. Nah, I'm not about to touch that.
Uh-huh.
The basketball joint, not what it used to be.
It don't have that allure. It don't. Did y'all go to the big courts though?
They ain't have the big courts.
You went to the trashiest damn Dave & Buster's.
I did.
You really got to ride.
They had the fuckboy ass Connect 4 court joint. I don't want to play Connect 4
fuck
with the
this.
basketball.
I know exactly which one you're talking about, and that joint sucks.
That joint's trash. They got the dope downstairs though.
The downstairs is very nice.
That's dope. We was getting our flicks in.
Uh-huh.
I definitely took some pics in that.
Did y'all play the coin rate joint?
Bro, yes, that's the best game to play. That or the joint that just goes around like this and you gotta stop it on the.
Oh hell no.
Ooh, we was in hot in that joint.
Well, I lose everything on that.
Me and my girl competitive. We like, all right, bet. So we about to get these tickets up.
And you know what? Maturing though, going to Dave. First of all, I love Dave & Buster's. Me and my girl's second date was at Dave & Buster's. And we went on a date. It was too many fucking kids everywhere. The best thing to play at Dave & Buster's is a random podcast, y'all. Nothing happened this week. Fuck y'all.
Hold up.
But
Hold up.
what?
It ain't ever fucked them.
Not fuck y'all, but you know, it's on some playful shit, like happy fuck you type shit. Of course, I don't want to mean it seriously, but
On some playful shit. Happy fuck you. It's ridiculous. Go ahead.
fuck this guy. Anyway, the best thing to play at Dave & Buster's is hands down Mario Kart. Y'all ain't play Mario Kart, did y'all? You notice that there's
No.
always it'd be a line sometime to play Mario Kart.
That and Fruit Ninja. For some reason,
Yes.
Fruit Ninja is a popping joint.
I was gonna say maturing is when you start playing the big Candy Crush because you're already going half blind and you
Bro,
happy.
that's the shit that I was in there wanting to play. That Crossy Road. Oh, I used to love this game. Temple Run.
Yeah.
It's like you can download the apps, nigga.
Flappy Bird.
Bro, yes. Some of the best games in there. But anyway, it
But
was a
dope.
dope weekend. Very chill weekend. Insightful weekend.
So my weekend was super chill. Did we do anything? What did we do? Outside the bridal shower, the day before that. Did I go anywhere? I don't think I did.
You had a
anything.
choir rehearsal.
That's a joke? Boy, you look like you from the 313.
You look like you
Everybody
in,
put
you
your
look
hands
like
up
you
and
the
follow
head of,
me, boy.
you in an adult choir, boy. You got to go to rehearsal every Wednesday night, boy.
You got on the same outfit Cheddar Bob had on when he got shot. Y'all, please go look that up. I'm not wrong. This nigga got on the same outfit that Cheddar Bob had on when he got shot.
What do you look like?
And I just thought of that. You look just like Cheddar Bob. Yeah. Fuck the free world. Face ass, boy. You ugly as shit.
Oh my God, this nigga's hilarious.
You look like,
Oh my God,
what's his
that's
name?
funny
Not
as
Lotto.
shit.
You look like you got a lickety split face, boy. Fuck out of here. You look like you work at the plant. You work at this
Oh
plant
my
so long.
God.
You're a plant. You look like the boss that came down there when Eminem was. Hey man, you gotta get here. Face ass
Oh
boy.
my God, I was not prepared for the Cheddar Bob thing. Okay, boy. All right. You still look like one of the niggas in choir, boy. You look like you're from Atlanta. You look like you from Atlanta like shit.
Oh man, what was we talking about? I was just talking about.
Oh man, that was just funny as shit.
My weekend was chill though. I didn't do anything. Spent it with my little mini fam, and we was on some chill. Got a chance, me and you together, listen to that Quavo.
Yeah, what?
That review will be out either today or tomorrow. So that was cool. And
Oh, he didn't do shit.
yeah, anyway.
Yeah, I disrespect them.
That ass though, didn't do nothing. And I know it's something that I didn't forget. So
Yeah, it wasn't nothing, probably nothing crazy.
Oh, Donald's fucking surprise party that we went to on Saturday.
That was it. That's what I forgot right there. First off, that was lit.
Uh-huh.
And why did that feel like, for some reason, it felt like last week?
I know. That's what I'm thinking. I said it's something that I did.
Did we do that on Sunday?
It was on Saturday night.
That was on Saturday. That's why it feels like last week.
Yeah.
Okay, definitely got to give a big shout out to my boy Donald. Don Juan. Happy birthday. Best man in his wedding. One of my best friends growing up. Even still to this day. One of the closest people to me. Surprise party. That shit was lit. He had no idea. Mm-hmm. And it's always dope when you do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I would never not show up for some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, that was dope as fuck. His girl threw it. Shout out to my sis Morgan. But that was fun. Me and Terrell in the building. I love to see when Terrell come out.
For our Dirty 30.
For his Dirty 30.
30.
The reunion.
Yeah. It was amazing though. Hey, y'all gotta check it. I got a vlog cooking.
Terrell's vlog is
at John Clean. It's gonna be about 30 minutes.
The vlog is getting ready to make a comeback. Y'all not ready for it. And I know it's like, all right, whatever. I know it is. I know it's like whatever.
Mm-hmm. I know it.
I know it. But guess what? You'll see. My Commanders beat the Ravens. Shout out to the Ravens fans out there. I know y'all sick. But that preseason record is over with. We've been getting our ass bust by y'all for years, so don't even act like y'all don't care because we've heard about this bullshit preseason for years. I've been berated by Ravens fans and getting my ass handed to me by Ravens fans for years. So the whole we don't care, okay. Mm-hmm. We know you coping with losing that. Cool. It don't matter because you know how you lose.
It's a preseason win.
It's like having a little record at your job. Do you really give a fuck? No, but you want your name up on that board.
You want to keep that.
You want to keep that. But look. We beat the Ravens 29 to 28. I'm sorry, that was that final score, 29-28, 2-9. I woke up that morning and I just added up that date, right? It was 8/21/2023, I believe. Mm-hmm. And that number adds up to 18. That's 2-9. So I said, all right, this is a little bit of a spooky day. I'm paying attention. Sha'Carri Richardson went out there in lane number 9 and smoked everybody running beside her to get that world title.
He did.
I have not said too much about Sha'Carri Richardson. I've been chill. I've been holding back because we already knew what y'all was gonna say. Oh, who gives a fuck about a semifinal? Or who gives a fuck about a qualifier? Or who gives a fuck about an exhibition or one-off? Cool. But this one was for the marbles. And I'm not on here to act like I'm this track enthusiast or anything like that. But after she won that race, what she said, that shit definitely stood out to me. They asked her, do you feel like you proved something to the world, or do you feel like, you know what I'm saying, something about the world? And she said, I watched the world turn on me. I watched the world be my friend. Mm-hmm. Right?
She was like, I'm done with the world.
She said she was done with the world. And even after all those interviews, they asking her like, yo, what do you think the world, how do you feel about, you know, everything against you, everything, whatever? And she's like, yo, this is just on me. Like, this is just about me. Her winning that world title, putting her name back on the map with that number 9 on her hip, that just let me know how much magical of a day that was. This is the day I went to Dave & Buster's with my girl. I was having a great-ass day. I'm lifted off the perfect Patron in the Dave & Buster's.
Boy, what you know about that perfect, boy? Yeah.
Alcoholics in the building. Yeah. And let me tell y'all, chicken tenders and fries at Dave & Buster's hit different. My girl got the chimichurro bowl, a chimichurri something bowl. I saw asparagus. You enjoy that. Yeah. That barbecue flatbread. Woo. I was up. And it's brand new, so don't woo like you knew it because you ain't had it.
First, the barbecue flatbread.
They got this brand new barbecue chicken flatbread.
They got a pepperoni pizza flatbread that I had.
It ain't barbecue chicken. Anyway, the Sha'Carri Richardson situation, I need y'all to understand nobody, or I'll just say this. It's a prime example of how nobody wants to see you be confident in yourself. Nobody wants to see you be good and confident. Sha'Carri Richardson didn't disrespect anybody. Sha'Carri Richardson didn't come out and disrespect the game.
Hold up, Terrance. We talking about the beginning?
I'm talking about Sha'Carri Richardson, period.
Okay, I'm gonna let you rock, and then I'll tell you what I think. Go ahead.
Now you correct me if I'm wrong with that.
Sha'Carri came out and was talking her shit in the beginning. She was definitely very like,
Yeah.
you know, she was talking her shit. She was stunting her shit. Like she knew she was the fastest. She was whooping people's ass, and she was talking like that.
Yeah, and she was.
And Adrian Broner, Floyd Mayweather, everybody else that talk like that fashion, people love to see you win, but you put a small target on your back, a very small one
in your own community. That's the crazy thing.
Why and that is true. That's true.
The target on her back, the target on Sha'Carri back, is made to look as if it was like the man or white people or anybody else but us. The target put on Sha'Carri's back was put on her back by herself, but the target is from her community. And this is why. Y'all don't like when somebody is confident and good. This is why I always have a problem with us when we win awards and we get up there and we act like we never did anything ever in our lives before. Mm-hmm. Y'all would rather see Sha'Carri Richardson smoking chicks, right? Y'all rather see her smoking chicks and then saying, you know what? I'm just blessed that God gave me 2 legs to run and I can feed my family and I'm just blessed to be here. I love my family. Y'all want her to get up there like a thankful slave and just thank God for her opportunity. Whenever you see anybody, especially when they black, whenever you see us show confidence in our skill and our abilities, you got primarily black people wanting to shut them up because this is the thing. This is how we've been conditioned. We've been conditioned this way. So it's not really our fault. I'm just hoping that y'all can see the large picture. Like, we want this. You good? Oh, and you think you good. Oh, well, you know what? You need to be humble because guess what? You're not always going to be good, and you could actually take a loss. So you know what? I hope you lose.
Yeah.
Because you're confident, I hope you lose because I don't want to see your confidence. Do you know why? I'm not confident in the shit that I'm doing. Now we get into the deep-rooted part.
You see how I got quiet? You know how somebody talked to a room and said, look, you see how I got quiet in here?
You see how I got quiet? Or when your teacher says, raise your hand if you did the homework. They get no papers. Raise your hand if you did the homework. Look. Well, I don't see nobody's hands raising. I said that we had homework due tomorrow.
Y'all want to talk all before?
Y'all want to talk all before class?
No, you're right.
I love that.
Stay in your point because that is a very, very specific point.
You're not confident in what you're doing. So when you see somebody is actually good and confident, you now feel like threatened. You now feel offended. Oh, how dare she be so good at something and they got the nerve to be confident about it.
She should be humble. She
needs to humble herself because she could lose. Let me give y'all a rundown. Sha'Carri Richardson was cocky. She said, it's my time. I'm not done. I'm coming back or whatever. And guess what? She lost. Or maybe she said it after she lost.
She said it after she lost. She was cocky before.
She was cocky before.
And then she lost. She
lost. And everybody was happy as hell. I wish that I could show y'all this, man. Me and Terrell watched that race. And he was so hyped that she lost. I couldn't believe it. I was like them Jamaicans this past weekend, the way they was looking at Sha'Carri. I couldn't believe it. She took her L in front of the world. And what did everybody rush to do? Her community. I didn't see a whole bunch of white people. I mean, put it like this.
Your algorithm is your algorithm. But
I'm not going to bail them out because I know that they're a part of it. But I primarily saw her own community saying, yeah, she was doing too much. She was, she needed to humble herself. And that's what I want to talk about. That is an issue in our community that we feel like we have to be humble when we good. I'm going to give you the floor.
No, you got it.
I understand what happened with her with the marijuana, right? She wasn't able to go to the Olympics because she had marijuana in her system, right?
Which was bullshit, if you ask me.
I think it was bullshit.
Michael Phelps made a whole career off of, hey, he smokes weed.
Right. There's no problem with Michael Phelps doing it, but since Sha'Carri is young, black, literally living in her own creativeness. She's got the long nails. She got the wig on. You feel me? She took that L in front of the world. Everybody had criticism. She took the marijuana thing. Nobody wanted to talk about how she had a death in the family. Everybody wants to talk about what she chose to do to cope with it, which unfortunately happened to be marijuana. But you know what? Fuck that. You need to be responsible. You need to do this. You feel me? My thing is this. Let's take a step back real quick and look at a Simone Biles, right? Mm-hmm. When she took her loss, what did she do? I'm having mental health issues.
I'm going to take some time away.
I'm going to take some time away from the game. When Sha'Carri Richardson took her loss, she said, I'm not done. Period. Shut her social media down. She was talking, but she never stopped. Just said, you know what? I'll be back. I don't know if y'all saw the qualifying race that she had. I don't even know if
it was a couple weeks ago, right?
The race where she's standing out there, she took the wig off, right? Mm-hmm. With the braids. I don't know if y'all go look at her winning that race in lane 9 this past weekend, winning the world title. With that 9 on her hip. That's what makes shit make sense to me. She's running, she got the braids on, no nails on her fingers, no long nails, just me. What I'm trying to get y'all to see is it could be the ones in your circle that are intimidated by your confidence. It could be your community of people that are intimidated by your confidence, who you are, right? They can see who you're trying to be. And who you're trying to be is what really intimidates them. It ain't even really who you are right now. It's what your potential is. Your potential to be something bigger than life and you be confident looks like power. Mm-hmm. It looks like you could use that against me. This don't even have to be just my community. That is majority of the world.
That is the timeline right there. That is the timeline. The nigga that is the quirky, humble, chill, fuck it type, people like that person. Mm-hmm. Or the person that isn't as big as the other person, if they get a small W, they like that person. It's the reason why people love Pusha T all of a sudden. Pusha T been rapping for 20 years. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Soon as he takes down a big dog like Drake, it becomes like oh my God, this is amazing because you like the, we just talked about this last week. Man, I told you niggas don't want to see you get too up. Mm-mm. That's what you say right in this level.
Yeah, we just talked about that.
Where you up, but you still hella relatable.
Yeah.
And this is the exact same thing. Now, I will say, I can't say too much about Sha'Carri because I was super critical of Sha'Carri because she was talking shit, and then she lost.
She was confident, and then she lost. And y'all said, ha, that's why you lost. You got to be nerd to be all confident, but you lost.
And we was like, wait till you race the real girls, and then we'll see. And when she raced Elaine Thompson, Shelly Ann the first time, she lost. And it was like, you didn't only just come in third, you got last place. What happened?
Because that's what life does to you. This is what I want y'all to see.
That's true.
When you take your L, I want you to watch how the room clears. I want you to watch how you got all of this free space now. When you was winning, you could barely maneuver. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how when you win, it's crazy how when you lose, you watch the room clear. You watch the questions shorten up. You watch people just count you out. But they was just right there, right? Them same people that count you out, when you win, it's crazy how they're right back in that same room. But you know what they forget?
That's true.
You know what they forget? You watch the room empty. You watch nobody be in this room. So you now know why. The greatest thing that she said is she said, I was 20, I was coming up, I was trying to figure out who I was. She always talks about leaning back on her faith. I don't judge her at all for that because you do what you got to do in this 9. You know what I'm saying? Yep. But long story, a little bit shorter because I know I was a little long-winded. People don't want to see you be confident, but this is why you need to remain confident. I don't think Sha'Carri Richardson lost any confidence. She's just stopped being so out loud with it. You know what I'm saying? But in situations like that, where you do take a loss, you could end up Roddy Rich, where now everything the world's saying is dictating how I'm going about my art. I just watched J. Cole talk to Kevin Hart about that. Yeah. When J. Cole was like, yo, I had to get off the internet because I didn't want to be creating from this vengeance space where I'm like, you know what? They said I don't got 2-bar flips. Here's a whole fucking track, just nothing but 2-bar flips. Yeah. And then niggas saying, that's the worst song on the album. You're like, it's like operating in your own space, staying confident in yourself, you need to know that when you're confident, it's going to come with a loss. That could be in front of everybody. You got to be willing to embarrass yourself and still remain confident. It comes with it.
That is very true.
I'm going to win. I'm going to win tonight and then lose.
Mm-hmm. I do it. I did it every week with my Broncos last year. Fuck it. You did it all that time with them Commanders.
Man, I have done that so much in my life, period, where I'm going to stand on 10 toes on this. And you got to be able to say, you know what? Damn, I was wrong. Or I lost.
And you know what? That's actually a very common thing now with this new generation. You know what I'm saying? Like, we grew up, you got to hit 18 before Twitter was really popping. Twitter was 5 years old when you turned 18, old nigga. But it wasn't, even back then, Instagram, Twitter, we was pic stitching, we was asking little shit, we was posting pics of our breakfast.
Yeah.
It wasn't what it is now where you got to live up to or be prepared to be destroyed by. You know what I'm saying? Sha'Carri was 20 years old when that happened. When you was 20, you was still like tender in the world. You know what I'm saying? You just became an adult for real. You was a teenager. You almost could drink at 20. You're not even legal to drink.
Right.
But she still had to face that crazy wave of criticism from strangers.
At 20 years old?
At 20 years old, we didn't have to experience that when we were coming up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where the shit is different. Nowadays, when you fuck up, the whole world gets to laugh at you.
Yeah.
Back in the day, if you tripped and fell in the Walmart or somewhere and there's people around you, only those people saw your mistake.
Right.
Nowadays, and that's why like young artists and people that want to be famous or people that want to be content creators, you want to start a podcast, they could clip your shit up and now you're the face of a joke for the entire world to laugh at. You got to be prepared for that. That's what comes with this. Mm-hmm. I grew up in PG County. My skin has been thick. It doesn't matter what nobody say about me on the internet because as long as I'm not making myself look stupid, if a nigga want to clown me or if I'm getting clowned for a take, it don't hurt as bad. Because I was prepared. I know what I'm getting into.
If you make a bad take, you're not afraid to just be like, you know what?
Fuck it, yeah.
I've made bad takes where I'm like, damn, all right, bad. Well, I was looking at it because of that.
Okay, yeah.
You know, and sometimes you just walk it back. Trust me, some of y'all don't have 30 niggas that will respond and say your take was bad, you know?
Yeah.
And when your shit hits the TL, some of you niggas get scared, you know? When your shit go viral for the wrong reason. Yeah. You see the quotes going up, why not favorites? Why not likes? But look, let me just say this. This is my real, and this is how I end it. My real criticism is for my community, the black community. Mm-hmm. Let this be another example of how we don't want people to be confident. We want to shit on people when they're confident. When we're actually good, we want to shit on people who are confident. If we saw our black actors and actresses saying, you know what, the Oscar is mine tonight. I'm winning the Oscar tonight. I can't wait to give my speech. I feel like I had the best performance of the year. I'm going to be kind of hurt if I don't win. I'm really looking forward to it. You're going to have some of you who behind closed doors or behind your own conscience, you're rooting for him to lose because you'd rather see him lose than see him win. And that is something that's very significant in our community.
Don't act like we just been that way, though. Talk about how we was made to be this way.
And look, at a certain point, we got to stop.
No, you're right. It just ain't, this is 400 years of something that you can't just shut down.
What did Kanye West say? 400 years of slavery? That sounds like a choice to me. I mean, come on.
Terrance, hell no, it ain't no come on.
So look, how long is the excuse gonna be something that like we can't control? Look,
it took you 400 years to make me this way, but you want me to fix it in 50. It's not, it just don't work that way. Terrance, I still hit square sometimes when they say throw the X.
Terrell.
I still do it because I grew up with a fucking Xbox, and I know you still do that too. You bitch
Terrell.
Nigga. Terrance, listen. You still will sometimes throw the ball across the field when you're playing Madden because you see the X, and instead of you hitting the X with your PlayStation, you grew up with an Xbox and you'll throw it over there. It's just muscle memory. Like you can't control it. It's been years since you played the Xbox.
I had a P4. I have a P5. I don't do that anymore.
I've done it because
Terrell, you're a new gaming nigga, and you're actually right. You're making a good point. I get it. Conditioning is there. All I'm gonna say is this: hi, very funny. Them same people who can throw judgment can celebrate. Ain't that funny?
What you talking about?
the same people who can cast judgment on Sha'Carri sure know how to be there and say, oh, I love us, black girl magic, black power, hey, she this. Some of y'all who are giving her kudos were the same ones that gave her, you know what I'm saying, coal in her shit. The same ones that shat on her. My thing is this.
That's a fact.
We know how to celebrate us, but we don't want to take the criticism and we want to talk about 400 years of slavery.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why you can't just simply chill. You can chill. We can be confident in ourselves. Look, confidence should not offend us. Don't they say that we should be confident? Then why, when we are confident, do we feel like we got to put somebody down? Why do y'all hate Floyd Mayweather? Why do y'all hate? Look,
let me answer you. I'm not saying, and I'm not defending people hating on people and saying, well, we do that because it is fucked up. I'm just trying to explain to you why people do that. Like, it's not a right thing. It's definitely the wrong thing.
You definitely tried to shoot some bail.
Terrance, I'm not shooting no bail. I'm saying
on the criticism. When you bring up the 400 years of slavery,
because when you wanna single us out,
Terrell, I'm talking about my community because I'm a part of it.
No, you're right. But when you say specifically us, because we the ones.
But those were the specific ones putting Sha'Carri down.
You're right. But like I was saying, they talk about the indoctrination. Talk about 400 years of oppression.
No, man,
talk about
then you niggas start leaving.
Western
then
culture.
You niggas start checking out. This is the thing, Terrell.
Terrance,
let me ask you this.
I'm just saying you can't leave that out the conversation.
Imagine a teacher says, you know what? Everybody who did bad on this test is going to detention, right?
Okay.
Everybody who did bad on this test is going to detention. Because, look, the whole class is getting in trouble for this. Now, I know some of y'all, even though you're going to detention, some of y'all have it hard at home. Some of y'all don't have parents that's going to give y'all guidance. Some of y'all, had to stay late for school for practice. Mm-hmm. All of those people that can relate to those little things that she gets, they feel like, well, you know what? The only reason why I'm getting this discipline is because of my situation. Therefore, I don't have to really take no real credit for my discipline, because I feel like instead of it being that I wasn't doing what I needed to do for my test score to be high, well, she just said it herself. It's because I have a bad living situation at home. So my thing is this.
Did you have that bad situation for 400 years?
I'm only using it as an example.
And it made it so that you don't even have the same opportunity as the motherfuckers
Terrell,
in the
see,
classroom.
this is my thing. We're not talking about stocks and bonds. We're not talking about loans. We're not talking about the real systemic things. We are talking about why y'all hated on a girl who was confident and on the track and put her down as soon as she got an L. You don't have to bring up 400 years of slavery.
Terrance, when you start talking about black folks and why they think the way they think, you cannot do that, especially the negative.
So let's go.
That's like blaming us for the crabs in the barrel mentality. That's like saying, I don't know why y'all have that. Like, all right, let's talk about that.
Nobody's saying we don't know why. We are saying this is another example to show why we need to get away from that. Because Terrell is doing exactly what I don't like. Well, we come from slavery. Conversation ends there. All right, bet. Let's go 500 years. Let's go 600, 700 years. We still got people getting up on stage.
Our history ain't the same if you go back 500. Like, you being disrespectful.
No, I'm saying let's go 500 more years of thinking like this. Because if we do this, we can just say, yo, at what point do we start saying, yo, fuck where we come from? Let's be confident in us. I'm not telling y'all to not be confident in black people.
I think when it comes to the machismo and the shit that we don't like, or exactly what you're talking about, how we be quick to, the one that's doing the best, we be quick to hate. A lot of that, all of it is wrong. It is all wrong. I definitely want to make that clear. That is fucked up. Like, it's definitely something that we need to fix. But I am just a little more of I'm not going to pop the hand of the black community for having this mindset when it wasn't something that we...
And that is why we will never get anywhere. Literally.
I'm not about to pop our hand
because we
didn't do it.
So what? At a certain point, do you remember the joint where they said they got 4 monkeys on... You heard that story?
100%. And that's 100%
true. The 4 monkeys in
true.
The chamber.
And they killed the last monkey that even thought about going to the...
Right. At a certain point, that system works without... The system you're talking about that we came from, does it mean anything to you that they have moved completely on from the system you talking about, and now it's just working against us?
So you're like the person blaming the monkeys for doing that, like they weren't trained to do that,
Terrell,
and saying, when y'all gonna break out of this?
Terrell, I'm
it's like,
one of the monkeys.
Sure, one day we'll break out of this, but you can't just say, like, it wasn't done, that test wasn't done for 400 years, is all I'm saying.
Context, y'all, they put 4 monkeys in a cage, and every time a monkey tried to climb out, they would get sprayed with a water hose, right? So the monkeys got conditioned to not, all the monkeys got sprayed. The monkeys conditioned themselves to not try to climb out because we all gonna get sprayed, so don't fucking climb out. Mm-hmm. They would take a monkey out and put a new monkey in there that doesn't know. Soon as they see the water up there, they climb up, everybody gets sprayed. The other 3 monkeys will beat the new monkey's ass. Like, yo, if you do that, we all get sprayed, so don't do that. After a while, each monkey gets replaced, but the system in there stays the same.
Yeah.
Each monkey knows, none of us started in here, but we all know not to climb the ladder because we all get hit.
Yeah.
I am literally just one of the monkeys that say, yo, maybe we have to fix this. We could always talk about why shit is fucked up, but then it'll always be fucked up. Once we start having conversations around getting outside of those things, and they start with convos like this, then we'll truly save ourselves from the bullshit shackles that we still have on 400 years later.
You're definitely right about that. You're definitely right. You're definitely right.
Oh, look, he agrees with Kanye West.
No, the slavery was a choice. See, that's where it gets disrespectful.
Well, his wording was wrong. Yeah.
Right.
Nobody's saying slavery was a choice. It was just like
this whole
a slave mindset for 400 more years.
Yeah, but even saying that is disrespectful because that's like what's disrespectful about that is the missing context of how long it takes to break a community for as long as it's been broken. We've made hella strides. And I'm not making an excuse. And I know it probably sounds like that. I'm not making an excuse. I'm just saying, like, that's hella of context that to just leave off. Like, hey, I don't know why you're acting like you. That's like the people that say, you can go out and get a job. You can go out. They're not making excuses. Look, the such and such came over here. They're not making excuses. They're getting work. It's like, all right, bet you leaving out hella context, though, about how they got here versus how we got here, or why we think the way we think versus some other groups.
And I get that.
But I do want to say, because I don't want to get too far from your original point, which was a lot of niggas did hate. Even me. I was happy as hell when she beat them Jamaicans' ass. Jamaica, catch up.
Oh, but he was also happy as hell when she lost to them same Jamaicans.
I also criticized her when she lost because she was popping her shit. And I said, all right, bet, if you're going to talk it, you got to be able to walk it. Adrian Broner was talking his shit. He was whooping ass. Mexicans, Americans, then went out there and got his ass whooped. We enjoyed it because you talked this up. And that's why I say, if Sha'Carri was confident and chill, if Sha'Carri was confident and chill, nobody's saying she can't talk her shit, but if she would have been,
Terrell, what is confident and chill? That shit don't even make sense. That's like saying if she was hot and cold, that shit doesn't make any fucking sense.
Why does confidence equal aggression? Like,
Terrell, how can you be confidently chill? How? How can you be confident and chill? Who do you name a person right now that's confident and chill? Kawhi Leonard, and you hate him. He's confident. He's super chill.
I hate Kawhi. He's just the most vanilla, most
He was so sick
fun to watch. He's just a regular standard gray basketball
player. He's not
player.
talking about his game. He's just talking about the fact that afterwards he's like, oh yeah, I just wanted to play
to win.
He's
not fun to watch. Nigga doesn't smile. He doesn't know charisma. He's just great at basketball.
He's confident.
That was the worst. When they won, it was the worst year ever. It was just the most boring shit ever.
It'd be hard for y'all to say who's confident and chill at the same time. Confident
and chill. Aaron Donald.
Are you kidding me?
100%. No. Aaron Donald, if you talk to him, like, yeah, we're gonna go out here, we're gonna win. Von Miller, confident, chill. LeBron James, confident, chill. Like, I'm confident. We about to go out here and do this. Not
Did you see when LeBron went to Miami, he said, how about 3 championships, 4 championships, 6 rings, 7 rings? Remember he did all of that? That's confident that got shat on. Everybody you named have been confident and shat on.
Aaron Donald, yeah, because I don't like Aaron Donald. Because y'all comparing to because my boy Von Miller is a fucking Super Bowl MVP. More sacks than you. But they say, oh, he's the greatest football player ever. All right. I just feel like it's a little...
you know what? And we're going to let this one ride.
But you know what? No, hold on, wait. Because I do want to stay here. Because I do think that is what I put on my docket. The way people will support you and then be gone. And then come right back. That has to be a surreal... That's why, like, the John Moran, y'all stay over there, all y'all that said what y'all said. Think about it. That's the new generation has to deal with that more than we had to, bro.
Yeah.
The Ja Morants, when Ja Morant, think about Ja, and Ja's your guy. Right now, everybody's calling him stupid. Everybody's saying this. Everybody's saying that. If Ja comes back and start balling again.
Once he comes back and starts balling, that's a fact.
Will.
Because the game is not going anywhere.
Right? And people will say, I don't have a problem with his game. I had a problem with what he was doing off the court, which is cool. But when Ja come back and get the ball in again, a lot of the people that criticized him are going to be singing his praises. Mm-hmm. But that's just how it happened now. It's kind of fake.
Like Doja Cat offended everybody, but then put out her biggest song of her career.
But you know what's crazy about that? Y'all said, oh, this is demonic. Fuck this song. This is crazy. And then all of y'all, I guess, are sneaking and listen to it because it keeps going up on the charts.
And how do you think Doja Cat feels about that? Like, everything I said was true.
Y'all just validated everything I said. And guess what? Now I really
now
don't
I
give a
can
fuck.
ride on it.
Now I really don't give a fuck. I can say fuck y'all and you'll still take me to number one? Rhythmic?
She literally was talking about her music. She was like, y'all fuck with this, that was a gimme. Y'all fuck with this, that was a this. And I was like, damn, low key. I mean, she being honest, but
she cracked the code.
She didn't crack the code. I think she's just opening portals. And this is like on Truman Show when he found the kilo that fell. That light fell. And it was like, is this a film light? Like, what the fuck is this? You know?
Mm-hmm. Was it Kino Flow?
It wasn't a Kino. Actually, it was a what's the big blue silver? Big blue, blue silver, big.
Like an HMI?
It's an HMI.
Okay.
I don't know why I was thinking HDMI, but it was a big ass HMI that fell from the sky, right? Or he starts seeing little shit. Like, I think Doja Cat opening up things because y'all got to realize as the consumer, you really have all the power, you know? Mm-hmm. Like 2K is fucking us every year. They're fucking you every year, 2K and Madden. But since they get the monopoly and you will always buy it, we don't have to, oh, you didn't like Madden? Okay, you'll still be here. I've not liked the last 5 Maddens and 2Ks. I complained before every one, but I bought every one.
Yep.
And I got the new Madden.
Yep.
I've been complaining for years and spending my money. Who cares what you think?
Yeah. Because when you got the monopoly, when you the only way you can do it, or when the product is just that good, or I'm just that popping. That's the thing. You know how many niggas hate Drake, but the bitches like Drake.
So
I don't care.
Yeah.
I would listen to sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but they should know now. And I was looking at that video and I said, this nigga got a monopoly on the game. When you think about it. Think about it.
Took the voice to the different level of that song.
I start charging way more after Drake.
I start charging $500K.
Can you imagine being the first nigga to ask Dirk for a feature after that song?
Right, nigga, you are tripping.
Anyway, once you got a monopoly on the game, you can do whatever you want. You don't respond to criticism the same way. You don't even respond to criticism the same way at your level. Now imagine if you took what you did now and put it up here. You're gonna be faced with more criticism. That's why they say more money, more problems. It depends on what it is.
These days, criticism really don't mean shit. People ain't going nowhere.
There is so much, bro. Yeah. Everything is judged.
Unless you offensive.
My algorithm is parenting shit now, you know? Got a little one. So I see a lot of shit. Do you know the comments be filled with the most judgiest, picture perfect? Like it'll be like, oh my God, look at this, whatever. Or it'll be a baby that'd be almost about to fall out of a high chair. You know what I'm saying? Baby done reached over. Mom's over there on the phone cutting up onion. The baby's in the high chair, but the baby done reached out, and now the baby is stretched between the damn...
The car seat and what's the name? I saw that,
counter, and she goes and say the baby. Everybody in the comments, and this is a parenting video, y'all have kids.
Yeah.
And y'all under here acting holier than thou, saying, wow, you're a terrible mother. I can't believe you're like that. You need to be watching that baby at all times. Are y'all living the same life? My son not even walking yet. And I'm already thinking I need to hurry up and do what I can do because when this motherfucker start moving for real, I'm not going to be able to.
And they fast as hell. It could be that fast.
They so fucking speedy.
Yeah.
This motherfucker will grab my chin hair and yank down. That shit is so painful, but it'll happen so fast. And it normally happens when I'm like, let me send this email real quick. Let me do this real quick. And I got him right here. Yeah.
And he'll reach up.
And it's like.
Basically what you're saying, you got a lot of people in the comments. Yeah.
What I'm saying is everybody's a critic now, and that's what they have to deal with.
Yeah.
We posted our prom pictures, and guess what? All of our family and friends saw it. Did we end up on Shade Room? Oh, look at these teens going to prom. Or everybody's timeline, people calling us tacky. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different level of criticism that is just normal now.
Because it seemed like support for certain things is going to be there. People just pick and choose when it's cool to support.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think anybody threw away... Niggas not throwing away their clothes because the shit could come back.
Yeah.
Would you throw away any of the things that you have? Probably not, because you never know. I remember when niggas was hating on big jeans, baggy shirts.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when that was not cool.
Yep.
Even trucker hats. Terrell got a trucker hat on right now. I remember when niggas would hate on them joints. Back when the Jesus Is My Homeboy joints was out in 2010, 11.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trucker hats was not dope, but then you know
Jesus
what?
Is My Homeboy, that was even earlier.
These was dope back in the 90s.
Yep.
These was dope before. It just
the
got
same
to a
hat.
point where...
I know a nigga that has an Amiri hat, just like this, with the netting on the back. And I'm like...
It just says Amiri on the front.
I just looked at a manufacturer that's selling them hats for $2. $2.60. I can get 50 of them for $2.60. But since this one has Amiri on it, you'll buy for $150.
And if I'm Amiri, do you think I'm going to an even more expensive vendor that has better quality hats? I'm not.
It's the fucking same
I'm
hat.
putting my logo on there and charging you $100 something more.
And I'm making $148
Off a hat.
off these hats in profit. And we wonder why the
And
billion.
you walking around thinking you got the next play. The play is on your fucking head. But you out here think you doing something to niggas, you know?
Yeah.
Like Meek.
But
you
that-
got the Richard Mille on your wrist, Meek. You saw Meek
I seen him out there.
Whatever.
I was going to ask you what you thought about that.
Man, if you buy sneakers, then you know everything Meek was saying was bullshit. Meek was like, I can get those for what? He said, I can get those for $300 from somebody else. So if I buy it from you right now. Nigga, no. You can't. He was getting some nice-ass shoes for $100. Dog, if you buy shoes, what the fuck was Meek talking about? Y'all key me in.
Nah, he was honestly on some bullshit. And then that whole, I'm a celebrity, I could be bringing you, that's how celebrities will try to finesse you.
That's how celebrities finesse you.
And I love that all of the designers that have gotten fucked over by celebrity stylists and celebrity assistants over the years that say, yo, I could get Drake to wear this, or I could get this person to wear it. You see the dude that let Drake wear his thing on tour, dude didn't pay him, didn't hit him back, and then after all of the shit on the internet happened, then he got paid.
Okay,
But all of the people came out and was like, yeah, this is exactly how celebrities will try to fuck you out of your shit.
They
With this
just-
whole, I could have done this for you, I could do this for you. You're supposed to hook me up, and then I hook you up. Yeah, well, you're going to get fucked.
But y'all don't return that favor. And that's why it's like, yo, you got a Richard Mille on your wrist. Feel me? And you probably got on all this designer shit, right? But you talking this money play to him like he's supposed to give a fuck about you as this customer. You got all of these hundreds, right? Even after he left, he was like, you know, we just left so-and-so. You still got most of your money. You got all these hundreds, but you try and give this dude $100 for shoes that he could get for a much higher value.
Right.
He's supposed to feel good because he sold them to Meek Mill. So look, they expect him to walk around and say, yeah, I just sold 5 pairs of shoes to Meek Mill. And you think that's going to get me more money?
That's going to do shit for me.
That's
First
not
of
gonna
all,
do shit
You're
for
not even
me.
popping like that right now. You're like the internet's laughing stock, number one. Number two, you just fucked my man out of all them shoes. And honestly, I kind of felt bad for him.
I kind of felt bad for the dude too because it's intimidating. It's like,
It was probably intimidating. He said,
you a fan of Meek.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the only nigga to disrespect the nigga that's here. This nigga's trying to get over on me. He's not making sense, but he think he is.
I really wish I was in a situation as some of these people being with celebrities because I would not give a fuck. That's why when niggas fold, you've seen niggas fold. Like, they'll be talking shit about somebody, and then the person will say, oh, well, actually this, and then they'll be like, yo, I'm actually a big fan, XYZ.
Yeah.
I'm not on that wave with anybody. That's why I wasn't on that wave with Kenya Barris. I wasn't on that wave with Melvin Gordon. I wasn't on that wave with a couple people. If you're going to hit me back, I'm going to let you know the truth. I really wish I was in a situation with that dude because I would have told Meek, if you're not trying to pay, you got that Richard Mille on your wrist that costs...
You got a Richard Mille on your
Richard
wrist
Mille
and you
costs a Lambo.
bargaining up here?
Yeah, Richard Mille costs a Lambo in the neighborhood that I can't go. You big balling, right? So go ahead and pay up like everybody else.
And that's why I said you niggas are getting played and you have on plays. How much did you pay for your Richard Mille?
Easy.
Meek?
$250.
Right, and you think that it's an authentic $250 you paid? Like, you don't think you getting played by that? I'm sure you. I bet you don't, because you're not buying it based on if you getting your money's worth. You're buying it to show off. And that's how these niggas do. You're buying it to show off. Same with
buying
these
it
shoes.
so you can say, I gotta, look what I got.
You bought, but like you're getting played. That's why I said, yo, it really do be ups and downs around all of the support. That's why these days, I feel like it's hard to see real support and support just for the now.
Yeah.
Oh, the shit y'all doing is dope. Yeah, I know you just saying that because you just seen some shit now. You ever meet somebody and they say, yeah, y'all keep doing what I meet people all the time. Keep doing what y'all do. I feel like I see y'all what y'all doing. You don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I know you don't know. Y'all still doing y'all thing? What is it, YouTube or podcast? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I fuck with that. Y'all keep doing y'all thing. I fuck with it. I be fucking with y'all. No, you don't, bro. And you don't even have to tell me that.
And it's fine.
It is solely fine. I'm not going to be like, fuck this nigga. He don't watch my video. He don't watch my... Never.
Mm-hmm.
Never. I ask you, do you think you're a high value man?
100%.
Y'all, of course, have seen probably over the past week the girl from Atlanta that had the baby daddy that was missing and then not missing, but he was like whatever, and then everybody seen him and was like, oh, it him?
Nah, yeah. And then he ended up having one of the cleanest 6 baby mother lineups. It's like, how did all of y'all that look like this have a baby with bubble baths?
Right. And I was gonna say this. A lot of the fellas in there are like, yo, yeah, you see these women, they act like they can get, that's why they can't get high value men. That's why you can't get a high value man. And you see a lot of men saying that. But that made me think, okay, bet, what do we as men see as a high value man? You know? Mm-hmm. And my question to you is this, Terrell, I ask you, you answer because you getting ready to come with it. When you think of a high value man, fellas, right? I want you to think about if you have a daughter. And your daughter is dating somebody and you want her to date a high-value man. When you think of that high-value man, is money the first thing that is on your list?
No. For me, no. Hell no. Of course, I want him to be able to support her, especially if I have a daughter. Let's say I'm 50 or I'm whatever, and she's 20s dating. I would want the man that she dates to be able to financially support her, because I do believe in that. I am very traditional when it comes to that. My girl don't pay for nothing if she don't have to. She just be paying for shit sometime. But ask my girl how much the rent. She don't know. But that's how I am.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would never put it on my people to have to live up to that, because that's unrealistic. Because, again, our 40-40, we make the same, we should be splitting. That's more commonplace. If you can do it, cool. If not, whatever. But for me, I would want him to have some type of stability. I think stability is the biggest thing. Number one, not
stability.
Not
always gets masked, but that's money. So would that be first on your list? Is my question.
No.
Like the first thing you say, okay, my daughter dating some dude, he gotta have money. Is that the first thing that we gonna say, fellas?
No.
Because this is for the fellas, ladies. Y'all just kind of sitting down by the wayside, you know. Mm-hmm. But fellas. Because, look, you was getting ready to say what you thought was a high-value man. Go ahead and give that.
Well, I would say respect. Respect, chivalry would be what I'll be looking for first. I would want him to treat her like, you know, like precious property. You know what I'm saying? And I look for the small things. Like, if you ever, like this, these young niggas better know, if I have a daughter, don't come pick my daughter up for a date and she have to come out and open her door and get in the car. And you just sitting there with the music playing, waiting for her to come get in your car. Every first date I have been on since 2015, 16, if I come pick a girl up, when she's coming down, I get out the car. I'll go around. I even act like I'm in my trunk if I think she's on the way out.
Yeah.
But let me ask you a question. High value man. For me, stability is a big part of it.
Yeah.
Because for you to be high value, you got to be something that I just can't find. It means that you're actually, not anybody can't just be a high value guy. You know what I'm saying? You do have to have some stability. You do kind of got to have a little something you're working with. Now, I don't think that's the only thing that makes you high value. Yeah. But I think it's your ability to lead, your ability to think freely for yourself. Being able to, I hate the word, I hate when people say being able to provide and protect. First, I hate the vagueness of that. But having the intention to provide and the intention to protect.
Yeah.
And to me, high value men are those that have the intention on finding somebody to be loyal with too. Because if you still out here trying to fuck around, but then you want to call yourself high value and you want to just be high value for every bitch, you know what I'm saying, or every chick that you mess with, to me, then that's not high value. I think high value is something that's very specifically, you know what I'm saying? Like if you find,
Yeah. And I think we confuse a lot, fellas, high value with high earner. That's what I was thinking, Mm-hmm. Like it's a difference between a high earner and a high value man. Mm-hmm. You're a high earning man because you got a lot of money. But a lot of you niggas who are high earners are not high value men. Yep. And I think the easiest way that you could separate this is think about if you have a daughter. The last thing that you're really going to think about for real is money. All right, bet. Take this. You have a daughter that's in high school. When you're thinking of a high-value dude for her in high school, you wouldn't think he got to be able to pick her up and take her out. He got to be able to pay for and provide. You wouldn't be thinking that. Yeah. You would just be thinking, hopefully he's nice to her mother when he comes in my fucking house. Hopefully he gets along with her brother and sister. Hopefully he's cool with, coming out with us to family events. Hopefully
he treats her right.
He holds the door for the lady behind him. You thinking of these real values. Mm-hmm. The last thing you would think is, hopefully he can pay for her movie ticket. Because as a man, what are you going to say? I can pay for the movie ticket.
Yeah.
So like, when you think about a high value man, we've gotten to a point now where some niggas think, oh, all I got to do is make this much money and I'm a high value man. Nah, hold up. A high value man is different. It is much more than what's in your wallet. It's literally who you are. To me, a high-value dude is somebody that the world sees as a good dude. You meet people and they say, oh, you know him? Oh, I know him. Yo, he's dope. Yo, he's cool. Or you can just see people you see this person and it seems like they're always either in not a good mood, but like somebody who seems to be able to hold their shit together in public. They don't ever look like they have shit going on. You don't ever really want to know about it. Emotional control. Feel me?
Emotional stability is very key.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will say this. A lot of the conversation behind high-value men is rooted in knowing your worth as a man, in a sense, for the lack of better terms, because the ladies have always established, their standards and what they look for, what they want. The high-value man conversation became more prevalent with Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was rooted in felt like, bro, you need to understand that you have this and you have this and you're this, so you shouldn't accept less or you shouldn't feel pressured to talk to a chick that's less than what you deserve. That's what, like, the conversation kind of was rooted in. But we kind of have taken that and it's kind of gone to like this.
It's like a monetary thing. High value means high earning.
With Instagram, you'll see these terrible influencers. They all look like salesmen, but they'll have on a suit. And then you see that white dude that was sitting on the podcast with the chick, and she tore his ass up. What did she say? He said, I forget what he said. But he got emotional. I forget what happened. Nigga got emotional quick, and she was just like, all right. And it's like, she broke you down just that fast off one question, because you can't even have a conversation.
No.
And these podcasts, the Fresh and Fit, whatever, when I say whatever, that's the joint where the dude be like, if a man does this and goes to the club, you ever seen the White Boys?
Mm-hmm.
Those podcasts in the red pill era took the whole high value man thing to the wrong place.
Yeah, and I'm not also saying that a high value man needs to be like a simp. I'm not saying that at all. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying a high value man is more than his money. It's more so like his purpose. Some of you niggas have money, but what's your purpose in life, period? Not like you need to have my purpose is to impact. I'm not even saying that. I just mean like, you know how you meet a dude and he just don't got shit going on? You ask him what's going on, it's nothing.
But how often do you meet somebody who don't have shit going on that has money? Because you said you got to have something going on, but you also said this person has money. So I'm asking you.
There's a lot of high-value dudes that have money for now, and it's kind of like, okay, but like, what are your ambitions?
I wouldn't even say that, Terrance. I think you're looking for the word morals, because if you already got hella money, it doesn't matter what your ambitions are. You already got money. But if you not morally high value, then that's going to diminish the whole of a side.
I'm not talking about your ambitions with your job. Obviously, if you can make your job work, that's not it.
But you said this person has a lot of money.
But look, even if you have a lot of money, I'm just trying to prove to you that you can have low ambition and still have money. It's people who are good at their job, good at making money, but you still struggle with your values as a man because when I say what are your ambitions, like, what do you aspire to do? Do you aspire to have kids? Do you aspire to give back later? Like me, I always think I'm living my life now, but when I get older, I think I'm going to eventually work with kids.
Yeah.
My goal is to have a family, is to get married. It is to do stuff like this. You got niggas who just have money and want to get shit. I'm telling you. It's really
You're right about that.
It's really that. And that's why I say, yo, you can call yourself a high-value man because you got a nice car, you got a nice job, and you could tell yourself, fuck that. I make this much money a year. Okay, cool. But you know what I'm saying? You'll start to see these high-value men break when you lose your value. Because your value should be set before we even start talking about dollars.
Mm-hmm. Like if you don't have the cars and the money no more, what are you now? Do you shrink back down to this size?
Like you said, wifey don't gotta pay for shit. I think about the families out there where dude might only make $1,500 in 1 month. Mm-hmm. He makes enough money so that wifey still don't have to do nothing. We just hit. Yeah. You know? But he's working on this to get there. Like, I think a dude in that position is a high-value man. Just because 100%. We look at him and he don't got a Ferrari, low-key, look at what his life ambition is versus you. You got all of this money and you can do whatever you want and whatever. But, like, low-key, when a woman look at you,
yeah,
once she get past the monetary part, the money part, what is there? That's where some of us struggle because I think we work too hard on the money side and not on the other side.
Let me shoot the red pill nigga some bail. What the red pill guys will say is, well, when you ask a woman what they want out of a man, the first thing they say is monetary. The first thing the ladies are saying, don't forget that part, because you on here talking your rah-rah shit.
Y'all not going to like some of this shit.
But listen. Okay, because I want you to answer this for those guys, because look at the men on the street, bro. Look at the niggas on the street that had the microphone that go around the city asking all of the girls or stopping women and asking them, what's the first thing to ask? How much money does a man have to make to talk to you? Or how much would you want your man to make? And these women are throwing out, he got to make at least 80K, 100K, 150, 200. And let me tell you something. Our average is 40K.
Yeah.
The standard average for a male in the U.S., to include white boys, is 60K. And these ladies are throwing out 100K, 150, whatever. So when we talk about the conflated high-value man, the way we look at shit, you can't leave that part out because that's what the ladies are expecting. So if you do make that much, you do kind of feel like, all right, bet, like, I'm finally at this point.
Okay, you make that much money. So what does that have to do with what a woman thinks about? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I knocked the first thing off her checklist.
But look.
You got to have them other things. But
that ain't the first thing on her list, low-key.
Yeah, but you right.
You got a bunch of women talking about how much money a man should make, and they're dating men who don't even make that money.
Yeah, they be lying. It's fluff.
It's bullshit.
They will talk to you.
Also, you ever heard this, and this is my new thing, like, we're not going to talk about this, but like you should never ask a woman, what do you bring to the table? Not if you're a high-value man.
I would never ask that. I just hate that question.
Or even pose it in any way. In any type of way, should a woman ever have to explain?
I don't think a man should be asked, what do you bring to the table
as
a man?
Can 100% be asked what he brings to the table.
I don't think so. You was cooking earlier. Now you on some bullshit.
As a man, you should never be expecting a woman to bring anything to the table. A woman's life is going to be, like you said, a woman's life.
Now, are we talking about money again?
Or are we talking
about more?
We can talk about money.
No, because you said we wasn't only focusing on money. Now you're saying a woman don't have to bring nothing to the table.
No, you brought up the fact that we have to talk about the fact that we make different money and stuff like that. I'm just saying, now that we on the topic of
Terrance, that's I don't fuck with that. We can't share that message because she does have to bring something to the table. The most stable households in the U.S.
I'm not saying
especially for black folks, is when we pool our resources together.
Okay, Terrell, look.
40-40. This whole, they don't have to bring shit.
Hold on, wait. But I never said that.
You said.
I never said they don't have to bring shit to the table. I said a man should never be asking a woman or expecting a woman to say what she brings to the table. Okay. You should never be doing that.
Maybe you misspoke, but you said she doesn't have to bring anything to the table. You said that. I wouldn't respond that way.
It's a woman. A woman is bringing a woman to the table.
So now we're back at one.
Because like you said, what does your girl have to bring to the table, Terrell? You're not talking money, right?
Terrance,
already know what
she does have to bring.
Terrell, but you know what you expect out of a woman to the point where you don't even got to ask it.
But I would never say that my girl doesn't have to bring anything to the table. She 100% had to come correct.
Men versus men.
Terrance,
you wouldn't say that because
I would. She would 100% have to come correct.
This is my thing. Read The Way of the Superior Man.
I just don't like this talk about tables and like
most of y'all are
bringing to because
most of y'all are gonna agree with Terrell. Go ahead.
This is what I'll say. I think
been saying. Go ahead. We know what you think.
No, but
you've been saying.
Terrance, this is what I'll say in response to you. I do think
You're not letting me get my shit off.
When you say bring to the table, are you talking about money? Because that's what I want to know.
I'm talking about, okay, bet. Let's talk about, if we talking about money, yes.
No, I'm asking you if that's what you're talking about.
Yes.
But what if we're not talking about money? They still got to bring something, right?
Yeah, but all I'm saying is as a man, you shouldn't be asking. It shouldn't be told to you ever.
So why do you feel like men should be asked that?
Men can be asked because it's women asking a man. As a man, you should be able to read the room. As a man, you figure out what she's bringing to the table and you make a choice.
Why they can't do the same thing?
Because
they do the exact same thing.
Because we choose them.
No, we don't. They choose us.
Do you put a ring on her finger or she put a ring on yours?
Terrance.
You stupid nigga.
You just said a couple weeks ago, you can't fuck nobody unless they want to fuck you.
Terrell, but
right? They choose you.
They choose
you like 1,000
to sleep
women.
with you.
Terrance, everybody, let's keep it about. Your girl had to choose you back. You liked her. She had to like you back. You had to shoot your shot. She had to accept the shot. This idea that you chose her, that's not true.
Terrell.
They have to, you know how many niggas like your girl probably? And she picked you.
When you picked your girl, did it have anything to do with money?
No.
Right. Which
I'm not talking about that.
You had to just figure out who she was and how y'all vibed, and you made the decision. You and your girl never had a conversation about what she was bringing to the table. You never even thought, I wonder what the fuck she's bringing to the table. Because as men, when you have options, when you're a high-value man who knows who he is, you know your purpose, you don't have to ask a woman what she brings to the table, because if she don't bring what you want, you leave. If she does, you stay. You ever see how a woman answers that question?
I agree with you. Well, go ahead, yeah.
You ever see how a woman answers that question? When you ask a woman, what do I bring to the table, what will she say?
I am the table.
Because low-key,
and that
fellas,
lets you know everything you need to know, fellas.
Nah, fellas, but let's keep it a hundo. We can criticize the women for not knowing how to answer that question without triggering us. Because that's literally what it is.
But Terrance,
a woman saying that I am the table, to me,
you're not even
answering. Not the table, but it's just proof that women are women.
It proves to me you don't know how to answer a question directly.
No.
That's what that proves.
Them saying that is like, as a woman, a woman's never been required to bring anything to the table. They are like, yes, a woman is supposed to look. Y'all gonna say, yes, what about cooking, cleaning? Yo,
not like
those are natural things that women do. And I get that some women don't. But I think as a man, if a woman don't clean, right? I don't gotta ask if you can clean. I don't gotta ask if you can be nurturing. I just figure it out and I make my moves. Like, that's
Terrance,
what
I agree. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I've been letting you rock. I've been letting you rock.
Nah, I can see you right here this whole time. You're not listening to what I'm saying. You're just waiting to just shoot bail because,
no, Terrance.
What about? That's what you want to do.
I'm asking you this because I agree with everything you saying.
Then
we don't disagree.
But
where we disagree is with you saying that I don't think you should ask a woman what she brings to the table.
So we agree.
We agree on that.
That's it.
Where we disagree and where you keep talking about that side that I already agree with you on is I don't think a woman should have to ask a man either. I think the same way a man can figure out based on conversation and based on whatever and using whatever the context clues you said, I think a woman can do the same thing. I think that question is so toxic. And to me, fellas, if a woman asks you, what do you bring to the table? It's a red flag. And it means, to me, it means she's looking for monetary. And she's going to figure out, there's other ways you can ask that. What do you believe in? Are you this? What do you do for work?
Terrell, so you turning the conversation into a
because Terrance,
what do you bring to the table convo, and it really never started like that. I was just saying, as a woman, I feel like a woman asking what you bring to the table is a woman seeing what type of dude you are. What do you bring? How much money do you make? Because women don't set their values on where they want men. They think about their life. What life do I want to live? Fellas, you think about the same thing when you go at women. You think about the same thing. Women think, okay, I want to be able to go wherever I want. I want to be able to do whatever. So I need a nigga that's going to be able to make this much. Feel me? You as a man, you shouldn't get intimidated by a woman saying, oh, a dude got to make $500K to talk to me. Okay, that's her. So we move.
No, you're right. We
move.
I just don't think
we shouldn't be saying, nah, fuck that. Like, yo, look, we getting too offended at that. My thing is,
but Terrance, that is unrealistic.
Terrell, it
and
might
that
be,
was Kevin Samuels' whole shit.
It's only unrealistic to, and it's gonna be the majority of the men that don't have $500K.
But that's not true, Terrance.
She is only fucking herself. But it has nothing to do with us. Besides the fact that if we don't make $500K, what, we gonna get offended?
But
and hit by that.
The expectation can still be unrealistic for you. That's like you saying you want to date I'm only want to date somebody that make as much money as Ariana Grande. And
I could say that. And the women don't have to feel like, wow, these men. There's other men out there that will date. There's women out there that don't need a nigga that's gonna make $500,000. There are niggas out there. I'm sorry. Men out there. There are women out there. Like,
yeah, but like, you see the difference?
Women ain't gonna know how to answer that question, is all I'm gonna say.
I don't think that's why I don't think anybody should. I thought you would agree with me that I don't think anybody in a relationship should ask, what do you bring to the table? You asking somebody what they do for work is very different than what do you bring to the table, because that introduces a whole toxic ideology.
Okay, well, Terrell, look at this. You're saying my girl don't have to pay for shit, right? A lot of niggas are like that, right? A woman can ask a man what he brings to the table, and she is 100% talking about your coin, your dollars, what do you do? Like, why should I why should I talk to this nigga who's gonna want to do exactly what you're talking about, Terrell? What if your girl wanted to live in a penthouse, right? Mm-hmm. You missed I pay for everything, I pay the bills. When she wants something, are those bills gonna cover what she needs? Not like she needs, but because, you know what I'm saying? Because you pay for the rent.
What people don't get, though, is that, like,
I get what you're saying, but also as men, if you are a high value man, right? Then I feel like you have to read rooms.
Why don't women
never
have to
ask
also
a woman, yo,
read
what do you
rooms?
bring to the table? Yo, what are you bringing to the table? Yo, because look, we men.
But they can't read rooms.
Sure, we've never expected women
to read the
history to be able to ask men, read the room and ask men what to expect. Nah, we just move around. That's why you see the young dude.
Terrance, why don't they move around?
We got to move around just like how that young anime dude, young anime white boy, young anime black dude, he don't think about them chicks. He don't even feel, look, I need a man that makes $500K. He don't give a fuck about that. He's thinking, look, I need a woman that's going to be able to watch anime with me or watch hockey with me or whatever. And he go and find his woman based on that. And that's, to me, how, like he not going to ask that woman, what do you bring to the table? He's going to see if she's down with this Pokemon life or this anime life. And if not, you can move.
And she shouldn't ask him what he brings to the table. She should be inquiring about his lifestyle to see if it match hers. And you know what I'm saying?
I will agree with that. But you
that's
see,
all I'm saying is that question is just.
You always do this thing where you want me to talk about women. I'm not talking to women. I don't give a fuck what a woman does.
You're talking to men though and telling them that
you don't need to be expecting a woman to ask. Or you shouldn't be asking a woman what she brings to the table as a man.
And all I'm telling the same guys is that you shouldn't hear it ever. You bring up my girl.
You can hear it. I feel like there's nothing wrong with a man hearing that.
Fellas, to me, I guess we just have a different opinion. I'll let you rock. But my opinion, and fellas, I do pay for everything for the most part for my girl. for our situation. But my girl never asks me how much I make ever. She still doesn't even really know. She doesn't care. She doesn't even want half of shit. So what I'm saying is,
your girl's not like most girls,
but Terrance, if she would have asked me, what do you bring to the table? That would have been a red flag for me because
look,
why?
The bring to the table question is brought up by you. It's never a real thing.
But Terrance,
I mean, a woman checking you on how much you make first is what women gonna do. She's not gonna ask you what you bring to the table. We're not talking about that question.
So if you go on a date with a woman and she asks you how much you make, that's okay.
That's totally fine.
I don't think so.
Look,
I feel like, why do you want to know that?
Not how much do you make. That's ridiculous. Nobody's gonna ask you how much do you make. A woman is figuring out
so
what
do
type
you bring
of,
to the table is the same thing.
Terrell, no, a woman needs to know what type of dollars you have, right? Along with who you are. Yes. But they do need to figure out if you can what? Provide, right? That's what he said. Okay, but as a man, you are not thinking about what she can provide, so you don't need to ask what's being brought to the table. You have expectations, and if they're not met,
I got the nigga.
You don't. You're taking an L.
Because question, you just had this whole long-ass soliloquy conversation about how if you have a, that's how this conversation started, if you have a daughter, is the first thing money, is provide, and that the first thing you want in from a man? No. So,
but you're a man.
Yeah, but you, as a man, would teach your daughter that outside of money, the man you meet, I cook the nigga. Fuck this nigga.
He does not. I can just see the point he's making.
You should.
He's looking at me because he think, but I have a response to him.
Okay, let me finish the question.
I have a response to him.
You as a father.
I know he's getting excited because he think he got me. He don't.
You as a father, you would ask you would want your daughter, right?
Yeah.
You would want your daughter to first look for somebody respectful, somebody that's gonna open the door, somebody that lives a certain type, somebody that has certain morals. Then money. So, but you want to tell all of the men that listen to this podcast,
they should not be thinking about what money she make at all.
You
should not be looking for a woman for how much money she
makes. That they shouldn't ask what the woman brings to the table. But if a woman asks you what you should bring to the table as a high value man, you should be able to be okay with that because XYZ. First of all, to me, and I'm gonna let you respond.
That question brought to the table is just whack. I don't expect anybody to ask that. I'm just saying.
You just said
Terrell, but we talking figuratively. You trying to make nobody's gonna ask that. That's the dumbest question ever. We talking about a woman's expectations versus a man's.
You're right, but you also said if a woman asks you how much money you make, that's not a red flag, and that's okay.
Terrell, a woman inquiring about how much you make the first time she's out with you is not a red flag.
To me, that's a red flag, fellas. To me, that's a red flag.
If not, guess what you're gonna be? You're gonna be fucking Michael Ealy and Think Like a Man. He tried to lie and say that he was fucking whatever, and he was a backdoor shaft.
You putting it back on the man lying. Stop making the man the bad guy.
The bad thing is, look, he was actually a great dude. She actually really valued dude. Thought he was funny. Thought he was cool. But since he lied about what he made, look what happened. He lost everything. And that's because as a man, you're valuing this woman based on her pockets. And because of her pockets, you're intimidated. So you felt the need that you needed to match her when you already matched her as a person. You counted yourself out already with your pocket. Look at the nigga. Y'all see the nigga?
Terrance,
you count yourself already out with your pockets. You don't know who you could get. When I met my girl, I ain't gonna lie. I thought she was banking. I don't know why. But did you think that I gave a fuck? I've never gave a fuck. I've never was intimidated by how much money I made. I talked to my girl the first time that I ever hit her up. I was working at Best Buy. And I was in a relationship. But the first time we was on IG Live, it was the quickest thing ever. Like it wasn't even like a thing. I mean, I was, but I think she might have been in a relationship. She was just going live with fans.
It was some casual shit that.
Yeah. When I got on there, spoke like myself, was confident, just talking to her like normal. Didn't get intimidated by my Best Buy.
Did she ask you how much money you made?
Let me say this. See, you keep talking about the women. I'm talking about how men should go about it. I stayed myself. Later, when I got my opportunity with her, she remembered the live. The live stuck with her when it happened. And it was because I was a genuine dude. It wasn't because I was showing the money. It wasn't because I was doing all of that. Now, disrespectful nigga I'm talking with.
Now you go ahead.
All I'm going to say, Terrell, and you see, I forgot what you was just saying.
And I'm going to put the nigga on the spot. Has your girl to this day, because I think I know the answer, and I know she's watching, Has your girl to this day asked you how much money you make?
Yes.
That's bullshit. No,
Sure, it's not bullshit. My girl's nosy as fuck, though.
She ain't asked you, so.
You know how your
first date, she asked you, so how much money do you make?
Not first
what do you bring to the table?
Not first date. And that's why I said a woman is not gonna, what do you bring to the table question up front, it's never gonna happen. We talking about expectations. My girl definitely expected to see what I was about. Fellas, you know how your girl finds out how much money you make? Where you take her, how you act, what you buy her, and we not talking about,
buying
he a broke nigga because he got me the Michael Kors and not the Louis. We not talking that. We just talking, okay, when we go out, even if it's to the Red Lobster Endless Shrimp, it's, yo, let's get drinks. Yo, let's get this. You make her feel comfortable
see how you move,
to splurge in here. When we went to Dave & Buster's the other day, my girl's like, let's just get 100 points. I said, excuse me, I grew up here. 250s. You're getting your own card. I'm doing me. And look, when we playing games, do she feel like, damn, we can't spend? It ain't about being this rich roller. You don't gotta be rich rolling. Like, it really is just about your value as a man. That's why I said, my girl never had to, she would have even now would have never had to ask me how many luxury ass restaurants I took my girl to. Ask me how many luxury ass gifts I had to get my girl. None. Still didn't have to tell her how much I made, because it's not about that. When you with her, it's just about comfortability. And unfortunately,
but you go ahead.
That lifestyle we talking about, it does come with dollars behind it. How does a woman answer that question?
And that's the thing though. The man that the dude, they always talk about it, how the dude goes to work every day. He bring his check back home to his lady. They live in a small apartment. They got just enough. He's still a high value man, even though he can't splurge that way or he can't get the 250. They might have to split the 100 card.
Yeah.
And that's my biggest thing. That's why my biggest point in this whole shit was, even if you and your lady split the bills, even if she paying her half, you paying her half, even if she covering more than you can still be could still be a high value guy.
100.
Because morally, that's what's more important. The way you're gonna raise your son can make you more high value than that nigga that's a millionaire that's teaching nothing but misogyny. You heard what happened? You seen what happened to Fresh and Fit?
Yeah.
You heard what happened to them niggas?
They got clipped.
They got clipped. And let me tell you something. All these other podcasts that are babies of that one, they shaking in their boots right now.
Yeah.
Because if they could get clipped, you can get clipped. Mm-hmm. And that's why, like, I value somebody like Mr. Reed that we grew up with, who was a history teacher in school, over a nigga like Andrew Tate, who's saying, oh, I'm a high-value man because I can buy all of this shit, but you trafficking women type shit.
Or you just think you're a high-value man because you're a man.
Yeah, because morally, it's more...
You can't be a high-value man because you say you are.
Yeah.
We have to be able to say, that's a high-value man. Like Denzel Washington, Nate Parker sleeping on his couch. Countless stories of shit like that while being great in his craft. We could say, you know what? Based on the actions we've seen outside of the screen, he's a high-value man.
And outside of the dollars.
And outside the dollars.
For you, I wouldn't say your girl would say you're a high-value man because of what you can do monetarily, but more so who you are as that person. That's just a bonus. That makes you even more high value.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but like you said, you was high value in 14 when you wore that blue polo. I was high value in 14 when we put them polos on. I was high value back then.
Yeah. And your value, some of y'all think your value is your wallet. Look, lastly, we'll say this. Imagine you got a nice car. Everything cool when you pull up. Damn, this is a nice ride. Ooh, fast. You speed off, you see her get scared. You're going to have to get out that car.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have to be you. And then we'll find out, oh, okay, your value was the Rolls truck. Your value was in the, in the Urus. Once we got inside, you was an asshole.
Yep, 100%.
And you thought you was high value because you got the Urus.
I used to work with people that I paid $14, $15, $16 an hour, right?
Yeah.
And they would literally come in on their off day dressed better than me. I mean, Dior, remember the Dior ones? I'll never get a Dior ones came out, and I'm like, y'all, I know I pay you. You're full-time. I know how much you make. And they was coming in, Balenci's,
You ain't even know that was a neighborhood dope dealer. Who is that?
No bullshit. But, like, I mean, they were more drippier than me, and I know how much you make. And that's what's crazy, is how much people put into the look. Yeah. But again, it don't matter because even if these niggas was up and you could afford everything, like you said, you could have Justin Jefferson money. Well, now I could go and buy everything. But once we have a conversation, then I'm really gonna see that value. Then the shades come off.
Because what happened when a nigga that my water machine, if y'all heard that.
That is creepy as fuck. That just happened during the day?
It just does that, yeah. I mean, what do you think it is? A ghost in my water? What happens when a nigga that's really high value and has money comes beside you? Mm-hmm. Now you got your wife looking like Carmela looking at the nigga with the ponytail. That's where I'm at on Sopranos.
Oh,
now your wife looking at something different. You know what I'm saying? Now
she was off his shit.
Look, the money don't add up.
You see, look, my man came in when it was a painter. He was painting the fucking bathroom. Put that pressure on her, and guess what? She folded. And when she went back to Tony's ass, you talking about The Sopranos if you haven't watched. When she went back to Tony's ass, and he wasn't giving her no love and affection. Remember that night she was touching herself a little bit? She woke up, seen the nigga wasn't even in bed. Guess what? When the shit hit the fan, where'd she go? I just so happened to be up here. I knew you worked here. Crazy.
Because 95% of these women would get rid of every single Birkin for that baby bag. That is a fact. Every single woman, if they had to choose, you could have the glitz and glam. Every woman wants the family. Every woman wants the Christmas, the holidays that they grew up with.
You're right. Asterisk with the right man, though.
Okay, yeah.
With the right...
I'm saying that. That's why I'm saying you thinking you can just be money man, you got to come with more because... And that's why I say, fellas, let's not fall for the smoke and mirrors. We say stuff like, oh, well, all these women are talking about all the money they want. Okay. Your girl is you're gonna get a girl, and your girl is gonna say shit that's not, she don't even want that shit. She's just saying it so that you act a certain way. You know?
And I would say I would say a cleaner way to say that is don't fall for the Instagram, Twitter, because that stuff isn't real. Like,
I feel like the girls that are on there that saying, I need a man that makes 100,000. They don't really give a fuck about that. They really do want the diaper bag. They just want a family man. They just want a man who's gonna give them a family EOD. That's real shit.
But Terrance, you can't just say all women want that. Some women do want the Birkin, and it's okay if you can't do that or don't want to do that.
And that's true, fellas. That's why I'm saying read the room. You should be able to spot the Birkin chick that want. You shouldn't even be able to talk to her for that long. Mm-hmm. What are you talking to this chick longer than a week, 2 weeks for? You know you can't give her what she wants. Mm-hmm. You're wasting your own time at that. You knock that up. Whose fault is that?
Yep. I've talked to women that want high dollar shit before. Never really went anywhere because I just knew.
You get the gist.
I just knew I wasn't going to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I talked to this girl and she was like, her name on IG had like Dior in it or Gucci in it. I forget what it was. But
you see what that's about.
I just remember like our first date, she had on like a Louis something. And I'm like, this is cool, but like.
Oh, she got the Louis.
And I remember her seeing my shoes. I had on Chelsea boots. And I remember her seeing my shoes and saying, are those red bottom or something like that? This was back in the day. Remember, red bottoms was the hot shit back in the day. Still. But no, she was like, oh, Louboutin? I was like, nah. But then I'm thinking, look.
That's what's going to impress you.
That's what's going to impress you.
Yeah. Like, and as a man, do we lose our cool? Nah. I'm having a night out, and that's it. I went out with the most rawest, ghettoest, hood, gutter joint, and I knew I was outside her league. I knew it. I knew when I picked her up from her crib and she got in my whip. Mm-hmm. Damn. But we still got to do this night. So took her to the mics, feel me, had my drink, had my steak, paid for hers, a good night out. I tried to keep the convo going, but I could just tell, you know what? Maybe I'm just not for you type shit. Yeah. And look, as a man, it's no love lost. It's not me saying, fuck. Nah, it's no love lost. I ghosted her for sure.
That's the game.
That's the game. Mm-hmm. You know? Nah, she low-key, she ghosted me before I even took her to the restaurant. We shouldn't even have done that. I don't even know why I did that. She was older than me. Why did I do that?
You were just on some...
You know, you just out here as a man, you got around. And that's why I say, look, we can't point fingers when we, as men. Not in this barbershop, you know? We not pointing fingers out the glass window talking about the ladies out there. Like, hey, look, let's do this from time to time. You need to fix your shit. Sick of seeing the complaining.
Yeah, well, guess what? Some of the shit out there is also unrealistic, and it's a whole lot of men need it. But guess what? It's work need to be done on both sides.
That's true. Hey, look, leave your comments. Let us know what y'all think about that comment. I mean, that topic. Terrell he got y'all back for sure. Y'all know I'm gonna say some shit that
You going simp a little.
I'm not simping by me saying stand up as a fucking man.
Let's see how he
This
gets
has nothing to do. And look, niggas are trying to say it's because I have a girl. Nigga, I read The Way of the Superior Man before my last girl. I've been doing this. I'm not saying shit that has to do with, oh yeah, see, respect. I'm not simping, y'all. This is not simping. Me telling you to stand up and read the room and not fuck with somebody that's not in your league because you are the man, you got control. That's simping.
Nobody saying
How
that.
do y'all think I'm sitting in this seat?
What does that mean? Ooh, you got a chair.
No, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? How do y'all think that I've been able to do the shit that I've been able to do?
We're not talking about that. We're talking about keeping it 100 on both sides. Because you was on some men need. And I'm like, hold up. You was getting ready to tell niggas that.
Terrell rather me get up here and make excuses for y'all and say what these women are, so do this around these women. I'm not going to do that.
I'm keeping a buck on both sides. We 40-40, not 40 and 90.
Nah, we 80-20.
That's not the world. That's your black ass.
I'll start with it. Course of action. Shout out to everybody that fucks with the course of action. We out here. We back. Your girl cooks dinner for you for the first time, right?
Okay.
And the food is just not good or too spicy or just not spicy enough. It's just not good, right? Mm-hmm. And I know we don't like to do to your girl, whatever. But
you don't like it. I don't mind it.
Okay, yeah, I don't mind it. I like for it to be spiced up, though. I know he got some. What would you do in that situation? Do you eat the food? Do you tell her?
I can't just thug through it. I can't.
You can't thug it?
Have you ever added too much salt to something?
Yes.
And you be like, oh, I can't even eat this. Like, I'll make my oatmeal in the morning. I'm supposed to put a pinch of salt, but sometimes I'm like, I had a little more. But sometimes it goes too far. Anyway, I can't eat it. So for me,
over-seasoned chicken.
Yes. I can't do it. But if it's too salty, to me, that's different than if it's nasty. If it's too salty, I can supplement.
True. Now, mind you, this is your girl. Yeah. This is your girl. This not. And look, fellas, this is one of them things that we might have to read the room for. You know what I'm saying? If it's gonna be that big on your list,
yeah.
Get this part out the way soon.
For me, if she makes some shit that's nasty, I will tell her that it has too much of what it has.
Yeah.
I can't just. And to me, if you make her feel secure, if you're doing your job and make her feel secure, you should be able to voice that.
There's no way.
And it not be the end of the fucking world.
Have you ever tried to tell your girl anything?
Nah, my girl definitely 100% will say, let me know if you don't like it. And I'm like, even if I don't like it, I don't know if I'm going to tell you. But then again, I can't thug through it. She's going to notice either way, Terrance. You're not eating. What are you going to do?
That's why I think it's a good course of action. Because you niggas are trying to get off, I would just tell her that she added too much. Then you lead to your girl never cooking for you again. Because you know how women are.
Oh, yeah.
Soon as you say, boo, what type of cream of wheat did you use? She going to say, you fucking hate it. Fuck it, I'm never doing this shit. Look, I'll tell you this. All you got to do, fellas, is get the stomach ache from hell out of nowhere. You just got to get a stomach ache from hell, sick as hell, something as hell. Oh, I don't even know. My appetite's not even there. I just got to save this for tomorrow.
Yeah,
I got to save it for lunch. I got to save it for tomorrow. She got a Tupperware thing full of it. Enjoy your lunch. I'm at the Wendy's 4x4. That done in the back. Let me hurry up because she got my location.
Yeah.
Then when she called, I just said I wanted to get a Frosty.
To go perfect with it.
She got my bank account. Maybe I got a Frosty for everybody at the job. I don't know why they charged me $15.
This nigga riding around.
I'm eating the pasta right now. Now I'm thugging it on FaceTime.
He riding back with a biggie bag. Biggie bag in the back.
Crumbs on his shirt. Pasta was a little.
You and your homeboy both see a girl. Shout out to my boy who did this. Jamo. Jam of the day.
Shout out to my boy.
Jam
of the day?
Yeah. That's his name on Instagram. Honestly, that's funny as shit. Jam of the day. I guess he gonna post. I don't know. He put you and your girl, you and your homeboy see a girl that y'all think is attractive. Your homeboy wants to step to her, but he's nervous and asks you to put him on. You go up to the girl and try to put him on, but she says she's not interested in him and she's interested in you.
Ooh, we've been in that situation before.
Do you fall back because that's your man, or do you advance?
Ooh, this is a great
from one niner to another. Oh, and my boy Anah, shout out to you, bro.
Shout out. The realest. I'll say this, y'all. What's more important? This potential or your man? Your boy? I've literally almost lost friends behind it. Shout out my boy just trying to do the sign business. We've been through the thick of this.
Oh my God.
We went through the thick of this. That nigga low-key hated my guts.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, yeah.
High
you know,
school, I remember
Jason
that.
was hell in high school. I'll tell you that. Bro, if you listen to this, you were hell. He was hell. My boy would call a joint soon as he see her. Oh, that's wifey. And we say, hold up, wait.
He used to do that a lot.
He would call a joint and say, that's my wife. And look, the joint will come up to you and say, you drop this. And you thinking, I'm about to bag that. Then you run into this nigga. He say, I see my wife earlier, bruh. And you like, oh, I can't even tell this nigga what happened.
What
with
happened?
her.
Yeah.
You know? I'll tell you this. Your boy more important than that girl. Some of y'all might think, fuck that. This could be the love of my life. And it might.
I'm getting ready to say.
You have to let, fellas, this is the realest advice right here. You got to let her like you. You got to let your boy pursue. And you have to just wait until she give that nigga the no.
Yeah.
Once she give him the no, and you get confirmation from him.
But Terrance, no, you going up to put him on because he's nervous.
Nah, so that's the thing.
So you go up to put him on, and she's like, nah, but you.
Nah, you off. We off. If it's a situation where we out and about, bro, we been there.
Yeah.
Oh, see, and you know what? You're right. I'm thinking of the neighborhood chick, the dead from down the street.
Yeah,
You
okay,
know?
yeah.
Like, we gonna see her again.
Nah, this my man right over. Remember you was like right over here.
Right,
like
my man right there. If I go up to a girl for Terrell, right, and she start feeling me and Terrell locked in enough to where I could say, when I went over there, she started feeling me. Me and Terrell are locked in to be like, okay, if she feeling you, then that's you.
Then bag, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then immediately, because that's the thing too. We never that invested, especially if we're in a club scene or we just out and about. I'm not that invested. I might have liked her and said, yo, put me on.
Yeah.
But I'm not that invested. But then again, Terrance, if you get the... I
was going to say, me and Terrell are different because we twins. I've been through that my whole life. If a girl like Terrell, I'm off. Yeah. I don't want nothing to do with you if you like Terrell.
And vice versa.
What I'm saying? And vice versa.
But Terrance, if you invested to the point where you shy and you don't want to go up to this girl, but you do want your man to put you on, first of all, fellas...
You take that L.
You got to take that L.
You were too scared to go and talk to her. So you can't get mad at your man for trying to put you on.
Your boy didn't take that L for you. Bros before hoes. You're not
Both
about to
of them take an L.
Yeah. But then you need to go and have a conversation with your man and say, you know what, bro, she actually did like me. I'm not putting you on no more because I just ruined, this opportunity just got ruined for me because you're too pussy.
I'll say this, though. It depends on your friendship. Because some of y'all niggas, if you go up to her and she fucking with you, you might need to make that happen.
Yeah.
And your man just take the L because you were scared to go up and talk to her.
But Terrance, you know people, relationships have been destroyed over pussy. You know that.
I know it.
He may not understand that. He may think you never put me on at all, nigga. You just went up there and talked to her yourself, bitch ass nigga.
Yeah.
Betrayed me. You know what I'm saying?
Betrayed me, yeah.
So you gotta kind of like take the L and then coach. I will say this. The people in your life when you was younger that would say, stop being, bro, just go talk to her. Bro, go talk to her right now. Just go do it. Them people are so important because when you finally do start talking to women in person, those voices replay in your head. I still hear stuff like that, like from when I was little. You know what I'm saying?
Terrell, look, I ain't gonna say no names, but Terrell had an ex that I was cool with. We was locked. Your ex from high school.
Oh yeah.
You know? We was locked on some real sister shit because we was in that space where, you know, my girl got friends that are dudes from like her young days. And I'm like, you know what? When you young and then y'all can live in a house together and or you can create that brother-sister relationship, that's kind of how me and his ex was. So one thing I do remember is I really liked her friend, remember? And do you remember we went to the skating rink? And do you remember her, she look, she did so much to like, she would be like, you could do it. You got this. You got this. She put me on so much. And then when I was skating with the girl, remember she riding around hyping shit behind me? She was so hot. But
no, that was funny as shit. We was hyping y'all up.
Even to this day, she don't know what she did for my confidence back then.
Mm-hmm.
That made me a whole lot more confident when talking to women, even just after that one incident. She don't even know that.
Once you muster up the courage to do it the first time, then it's
swimming. It's jumping in again. I just got to once I get cool with the temperature, I'm back.
And then you see it. Like, I'm out the game now, right? I'm getting ready to be really out the game.
He got an old man you.
But this is what I'm gonna this is what I say. Even now, I be places, and like, of course, like I said, I'm out the game. But I still see the game. You can still see it.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? A girl walk down the same aisle as you. Yeah. Or you look at you, give you the extra long look.
Look, I'm at the dispensary, and the girl was like, what's your name? Terrance? Okay, Mr. Terrance. Let's see what. I'm like, here we go with this shit.
I can make this something. And you know what?
That's it. It wasn't nothing from her. You just know, all right, bet I could cook right here if I want to, but I'm not.
Almost like Jordan picking up the ball and going,
yep.
Still got it.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
And it's just a confirmation.
Yeah. Fellas, that's a tricky one. Do not lose your friend.
Don't lose your man.
Over that girl, but also, the dude who's scared, you could lose your man too for him taking all these L's for you because you're going to start scaring the hoes.
That man probably would split a 4-for-4 with you. That man probably came from and eating noodles with you in a dorm, or y'all grew up together, or that's just been your friend for a long time, but y'all was down bad together and that nigga never folded. You can't fold on him.
That's true.
For this woman who's going to ask you how much you bring to the table. You like how I wrap that back in?
And then you going to tell her, you don't give a fuck.
All right, look, that's all I got for the course of action. So it's just two.
Short course of action this week. Terrell's a bitch. He told me that we had way more course of action.
I do got a couple more, but we already covered everything.
I'm starting to think this nigga's got a pasta in the oven at home or some shit. He's getting wrecked with his mozzarella.
Because I don't want to do no course of action that we already did.
I'm going to tell y'all this. We got to extend our course of action next week. That's law. If I said it here, if I said that and I meant that.
There we go.
We going up with it. The course of action next week. Because it is kind of it is a little bit of a gap in some of these joints. Some people want course of action every podcast. I get it.
Nah, yeah. I think talking about it too much is going to make more people
more mad.
Realize that we should have never said anything.
You know what? Now that I think about
we don't get enough.
Did they talk about Kiki again? Quick movie suggestion of the week. I don't have a movie suggestion of the week. I got killed by a couple of y'all for not having my book suggestions. So, Terrell, hand me that right there. Hand me that right there. My Kindle. Don't worry, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just going to show it.
Do I have to get up and get the Kindle?
Can you not? Are you physically... See? You got a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar build anyway. I want to give a shout out to my girl. She got me a Kindle. Well, she actually lost her Kindle. And then...
Gave me her...
She got another one and found this one, so she let me have it. So, what do you bring to the table? A Kindle. Stuff like that. But look, my movie suggestion of the week, I don't really have one. I wanted to give y'all a book suggestion because some of y'all said I don't give book suggestions, so that's going to be two for you. For the fellas and ladies both, well, just for the fellas, of course, Way of the Superior Man, David Dita. I'm always going to dish that one. I'll never give a book recommendations again, I think, without telling you to read that one. But the book that me and my girl reading right now, Terrell has criticism about the author. I don't know what she said politically, but All About Love by Bell Hooks. Man, I read that second chapter, and I said, man, what a read. It completely flipped my mindset about how I would raise my kids. But anyway, the book is literally all about love. It's about how you're introduced to love, how you see love, how you experience it, you know what I'm saying? Ups and downs with it, trauma, all of that. So if you feel like you're stuck in your old way, for some of my ladies out there that feel like you got this idea of love that you really want, you know what I'm saying? The Cinderella stories, even my fellas out there that's the heart on your sleeve type. This book not something that's going to teach you anything. I think the best books are not the books that teach you, but the books that rearrange you. You know? You knew already. You just had to put that in the right place. So, All About Love by Bell Hooks. So we rocking that one. I'll recommend that one for most of my people because I know some of us definitely got a weird introduction to love and a weird idea of what love actually is.
Okay, yeah. And honestly, that is a probably a good section. I'm just telling black men, just be real careful with bell hooks. She's not really the biggest for us.
And the literature
She definitely is trash when it comes to us.
Yeah, literature is all I'm speaking on, y'all. I feel like that, you know.
She kind of showed some. But anyway,
John Gruden got a Super Bowl ring.
okay.
You get my point?
Yeah.
He went on to do some fuckboy shit, but at one point he was at the top of his game.
But he always thought the way he thought. Wow, doing it.
The same way you look at bell hooks is the same way the ladies gonna look at Kevin Samuels, y'all. You'll be able to get some of the, trust me, I'm reading that joint and I'm like, okay, I get it.
There's a little, that's a
Men
one
suck.
extreme to the next. My movie suggestion is A Most Violent Year, shot by my favorite of all time cinematographer, Bradford Young. When I was in film school, there was Roger Deakins. There was, wow, why am I blanking like this? There was so many different.
Matthew Libatique. There was
My boy. There's so many different white cinematographers that we love, right?
I thought you were talking about some of his faves. I know Terrell's faves.
Oh no, yeah, Matthew Libatique.
Libatique, Robert Richardson.
Yeah. See,
yeah.
So there's a bunch of like cinematographers that we know, right? Thank you. Who fell off?
I'm talking about you fell off, Terrell.
Oh,
you used to really do this shit. You really had a talent.
I used to be tapped in. But there was a lot of white cinematographers that were like the cream of the crop, and there was one young black cinematographer. The first movie I ever seen from him was called Pariah. His name's Bradford Young. He was the only black cinematographer I could find for real. Outside of like your Arthur Jaffa and Ernest Dickerson from way back in the day. Anyway, long story less long, A Most Violent Year is on Max again. It came out 2014. Mm-hmm. Jessica Chastain and Oscar Isaac just was on, it was on the red carpet. They was all touchy for that movie, Scenes of Marriage they did. But where they really built their first chemistry was on A Most Violent Year, where they started that together first. Yeah. So it's a good movie. It's like a crime movie. It's dark because that's how my boy shot it. And
it's a great film. I love that movie.
Great movie.
Most Violent Year. Bradford
Bradford Young, great framework, great use of minimal lighting. Like, not gonna get in that bag, but outstanding. Damn, what did you do to my phone? Oh, there we go.
I started getting scared. I didn't do nothing to it.
What's wrong with it?
And I'm not paying for it.
Is it 166?
165.
165. It's gonna wrap it up, y'all. Watch some football this weekend. Eat good. Drink a smoothie with some greens in it.
Read the room.